Hi everyone, McBeard here, back with another video for you, talking about the Gwent roadmap. Today, Friday, April 13th, Gwent, Marcin Nowinski did release a very formal letter talking about the future of Gwent, what we can expect over the next 6 months with Gwent development, and some things that are going to be bringing Gwent home, apparently. Now, community reaction has been pretty polarizing. I've seen some of the best and the worst, I think, today, and I gave my opinion on it on my stream today, so I will now just add that footage of that, of me talking about the Gwent roadmap, and for the most part, I'm positive. I'm very positive, but here's what I had to say about it, and that'll be the video for today. Hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching, everybody. Did I read the roadmap? No, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't read anything. Like, I keep up with Gwent news. No, of course I read it. I had an alert. I had an alert on Play Gwent today. I saw it the minute it came in. So yeah, so here's where we're at. I still need some time to think about it. The podcast will be the most formal thoughts that I have on it, but the way I see it is the Gwent team has an idea of what needs to be done for the game to reach to match the vision that I think was originally floated out there. Like, we have a vision for this game. Because you remember, Gwent originally is for the fans. Okay, Gwent originally is for the fans. So Gwent comes out for the fans. You know, Gwent. People who play The Witcher 3 really wanted to have Gwent as a standalone. They thought it would be a great time, a great game, and it's evolved into this really, truly amazing thing. I think when you just kind of take it from the idea that they needed to put a side game into The Witcher 3 and they didn't want to do dice poker, and here we are. And it's you know, everything that kind of came through that was really, it's all very crazy. And the fact that I've been a part of it and since day one, and I've seen the community grow all around this game, and the good times and the bad times, and I would say that this is probably a worse time for the community specifically. I personally am not taking the news so hard. I think that a lot of people are, and a lot of people that are a lot less less invested than I am are taking it a lot harder, I think, than I am, because I think it's probably going to be okay. But the vision of Gwent originally wanted to be for the fans. So you could look at the community before this announcement today and Friday. Friday, April 12th. April 13th. Friday the 13th. Oh, lovely. So you can look at it. You can look at it as, before that announcement, the people weren't super thrilled with the direction of the game. Some happier than others. Me, happier than others, you could say. Some people really hating on the game a lot. Like, hating on the game so hard, it makes me wonder why, why do you still follow it and bother? I mean, I think we all want Gwent to be a very specific thing to each and every one of us. We all want Gwent to be this thing that, either does or does not have row significance. It does or does not have gold card immunity or significance. It does or does not have randomness or not. At this point, so many different iterations of what Gwent is have come and gone, and so many different people have come into the game at different points and have different expectations of the game. They've been involved with the game for different amounts of time. They've been interacting with the devs or experienced developer interaction at varying points in the timeline of Gwent. Some people that maybe just came in for the past 2 months have a different idea of what Gwent's supposed to be, as opposed to the people who've been involved, for the past year, or since October 25th of 2016, when the game was released in closed beta. So what Gwent should be is different for everybody. So my biggest concern is that Gwent Homecoming is catering to a specific audience that is going to be so happy. They're going to be so happy at the end of these 6 months, and you get Thronebreaker, you get balance changes, you get new cards, you get a new outlook on Gwent that is more in line to the original vision of the game for the fans of the game in Witcher 3, for the people who asked for the game in the first place. But I'm worried that it's not going to be what everybody wants. In fact, I'm convinced it's not going to be what everybody wants, which is going to put us kind of in the same position that we're in right now, where not everybody's happy, but there's a lot to be happy about. Meta is still changing. The meta is probably more diverse and accepting than it ever has been. it's just got some fundamental problems that I think over the time since the closed beta have worn into us a little bit. It's kind of, you know, people who have been experiencing coin flip for 2 years now, not 2 years fully, it'll be 2 years in October, but, you know, experiencing the stuff that really kind of is frustrating, you know, you can only experience it so much and wonder, you know, when is there going to be a fix coming? We know that there's going to be a fix coming for a lot of these things, but there are some people that, when it comes to Homecoming, have a different idea of what that actually is going to be. So I hope that through this time, ultimately what comes out of this period of waiting, which we're going to have about 4 months of waiting. Although I think, so we know that there's going to be a patch coming in April. So we're going to get new premium art. We're going to get some new stuff. I don't think balancing is going to occur, but I do know that they have some stuff planned. So there's that. And then in May, we're going to get a balancing update, which is going to maybe smooth out some of the stuff. And they're going to have data since January or February, whenever the last patch was, the end of January. They're going to have data for months and months to look at and make decisions. And probably this balancing path that's going to happen in May is going to be the most thorough and clearly defined bunch of changes. And it's going to make a lot of sense, I think, when it all comes through. And it's really going to improve the game a lot. That being said, 4 months is a long time. 6 months is a really long time, but we're going to get stuff. And there's going to be seasonal events, and there's going to be faction challenges, and I'm not convinced there's going to be, like, nothing from, like, June to October. There's going to be stuff, right? There's going to be stuff. There has to be a little bit of something. But it just feels bad right now. It feels like there's going to be a big delay. We have the, you know, This Week in Gwent is now retired. As a content creator, I think about the months in between June and October, and I wonder how much of that I can fill with Gwent-only content if nothing is truly going to change. I still don't think that nothing is going to change, but they have set the expectation that there is going to be a period of waiting, and it's going to be worth our patience. It's going to be worth our while. I hope it is. I really hope it's worth our while, because I think on a really bottom line, I want this game to succeed because I'm invested in it and because I really enjoy it. And I think that the potential for this game is as high as any other game out there, and that it's a very unique strategy card game. And it has no reason to not succeed. It's got a good fan base, and it's got a really great take on card games. And if this break ultimately is the downfall of the game, it's very sad. It's super sad. I hope that that's not what happens. I've seen a lot of people, I've seen a lot of hot takes, reactions, Reddit, Twitter. I'm not there. I'm not quitting the game. I'm not going to stop doing stuff with the game. I'm still very involved. I back this game 100% because I believe in this game. And I think that it's going to be worth the wait. You guys know me as an optimist for sure, because I am. But this game has offered me opportunities in my life that I never thought were possible. Like, this game means more to me than any other game I've ever played. And I grew up in, like, a generation where gaming is, like, burned into my brain. Like, super, like, you know, people in their 30s had, like, NES onward, like, really important games in their life. And all the games have been very important. And then Gwent comes along and changes my life. So, I mean, I am biased in a way that I want to believe. And I think we all want to believe that it's all going to be worthwhile and fantastic and great for the game. But 4 months is a long time. No one's going to debate that at all, especially in the gaming world. No one's going to ever argue with you, and you're never going to have, you know, you're not going to get an argument from me if you say that's too long to wait. But the thing is, no one's going to be dead in 6 months. No one's going to be, we're all going to be alive. We're all going to be playing games. So, you know, come back to the game and hopefully it's good. I just think that it's a lot to live up to for a lot of people. There are going to be people that come back, check the game out, and be like, you know, they've invested in something else at this point. It's, you know, I can't predict the future, guys. I can't predict the future. I just know that the people who work on this game care a lot about the fans, and they care a lot about the success of the game. And they're trying their best to incorporate both of those huge circles into a Venn diagram where everybody's happy. CD Projekt Red is happy with how the game is going. The fans are happy with how the game is going. Esports scene is thriving. It may not be the most popular card game in the world. In fact, it's unrealistic to think that it will be. But it has a community that sticks around, that has the game thrive, and we can all have a good time. I want to have a good time with you guys, and I want to keep playing Gwent, and I will be keeping playing Gwent. And that's my initial take on it. So I am going to now read what you guys are saying, because I've just been talking for a while now. So what are you guys saying? Haven't been here in a while, keeping up with the podcast. Want to hear some thoughts on the news? G-Kong, how you doing? Death Monkey 1984, how you doing? How you doing? Hitchhiker to Galaxy, the only opinion that matters. Oh, that's very nice. War Dancer saying it'll be fine and you're anxious. I'm a little anxious too. It's true. What's up, Oleg Gwent? What's up? Daft Pope, how's it going? Mulligan fix in April. Oh yeah, I mean they're gonna fix Mulligan stuff. I mean things are gonna come, right? Yeah. Bridget did tweet it. MC on, what's going on? Bridget said April. Yeah, premiums, Mulligan fix, like stuff's gonna happen. If Homecoming is a dead cert to introduce more than just Thronebreaker cards, it seems like new cards aren't going to be coming for now. And I think that the other thing I wanted to say is Midwinter update contained new cards, a revamp of the game, and a host of bugs. And it was rushed, and it had a lot of stuff that upset a lot of people, and they apologized for it. And it was rushed. It was basically what they said in their own words in an apology letter to the community. This is not going to be rushed. No, sir. So imagine all the negative feelings you had about Midwinter, convert those into positive feelings about Homecoming. That's kind of how I have to feel about it. I have to feel like it's really, they're going to take their time here. We already had 4 months without any combat. What's the big deal of another 4? I mean, gamers are, well, I don't even think that fickle. I wouldn't even say that this is about fickle. I think that it's realistic if people just don't want to wait anymore, but I know that things are coming. I feel like it wasn't framed right. I feel like they said 6 months to work on it, but you're going to get updates and there's going to be stuff. But I think people just saw 6 months and just got really divorced from the whole thing. Learning and fixing previous mistakes while adapting things they're already doing. Yeah, I think so. You already invested in MTG? Well, no one's really invested in it because only invested time. MTG is great. But MTG has a lot of stuff that needs to come in too. MTG is a shell of a game right now. But it's good. But it's like a shell. It's like, it's not, there's not a full game there by any stretch of the imagination. It's good though. It's stunning that a game was altered to such an extent and now takes a full restart to save it. You know, I think that another thing about the letter is I think that they were maybe being a little hard on themselves. Gwent is still a very good game, and I think that the people who have been involved for a very long time have a little bit of a skewed opinion on it. I know a lot of people are still getting into the game and loving it. I see people in the chat, I see people in my YouTube comments picking up the game early. I got a buddy who plays on PlayStation 4. Apparently console experience isn't even that great. He still loves the game. He loves it. He loves it. He plays it every day. So I know there's people out there. Yeah, no more Twig. It's true. No more Twig is weird. No one will be around. Yeah, that's like a really common thing. No one's going to be around. You think that they're going to announce Thronebreaker and no one's going to come back? Here's here's maybe the genius part of it. Gwent Homecoming ends with Thronebreaker and a whole like slew of new stuff, let's say. Thronebreaker in itself is going to be a campaign that's going to take you time to complete. So the people that come back to Gwent are going to actually probably invest like 15, 20 hours in the game just playing Thronebreaker because it's going to be awesome. That part, I don't think anybody's... I can't listen to anybody who thinks that Thronebreaker isn't going to be amazing. So they're going to play like 10, 15, 20 hours of awesome Gwent. They're going to play, and then they're going to be reinvested in it, and they're going to be like, you know what? This game's awesome. I remember how good this game is, how good this game could be, and they did it. That's what needs to happen, right? That's what needs to happen. If Gwent is not good, when they get everybody coming back for Thronebreaker, then that will be it. I do believe that will be it. But Thronebreaker is going to be, it's going to be the hook that brings everybody back in. And it's going to be so good, you guys. And I think there's going to be people. There's going to be people here. Where's everybody going? They leave the internet in a mass exodus for this other new thing where games don't exist? Get real. There's going to be people. There's going to be lots of people. We're all going to come back and play it. You're kidding yourself if you think you're not going to come back and play it. You already don't care about the game at this point if you don't think you're going to come back and play it. Daft Pope is saying people will be around. People are curious. Not to say that Thronebreaker is going to bring in game views, advertising. Daft Poke, you're right, man. Daft Poke. Thronebreaker's not going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. That's great. Sion. M. Sion. Thronebreaker is very exciting. It is. It started a couple weeks before Midwinter. It was Challenger. Happen to love the game. Can't say you'll play long hours. They're making the rows matter again. I will say that the 2-row thing that they talked about, don't do it. Don't do 2-row. Don't do it. Keep 3 rows, please. I would need to be convinced on that one. Love the part of making cards bigger on the board. Yeah, me too. But I don't want. I want 3 rows. Like that's. Don't change too much, guys. Don't. If you're reimagining Gwent and coming home to Gwent, don't rip a row out. I don't know. Easy GM for all those who haven't reached it. Yeah, because no one's gonna play. We'll see about that. It's gonna bring in a whole. Yeah, I don't want 2 rows. I don't want that. I just don't want it. That's me being like an old man about this game. Like, keep it the way it was. What's wrong with 3 rows? The kids don't understand. We had 3 rows in my day and we liked it. Taking such a huge hit short term shows their commitment to the game, so I feel confident that they'll get it back to be awesome. Yeah, I think so too. DeathMonkey84, why do you want gold immunity? Why? You and Petrify. Petrify wants gold immunity back too. No, I think that was the boldest, most correct decision they made. And I said it on the podcast this week, the podcast, which is out. Oh, I should probably catch my Deepbot before it puts out the wrong alert, because we actually did a podcast this week. So I'm just going to edit that right now, but I want to say that gold immunity, I was there. We were at CDPR. It was during the PTR. I was talking to Merchant of Mogwai and Panda. No, Merchant of Mogwai, because I don't think Panda was on board yet. We were talking about the gold immunity, and it felt bad, guys. There is a stink in the room when we were talking about gold immunity. And boy, I mean, I don't know how Merchant feels about it, but I think that it was a great change. I was proven wrong on that one. I really like the way the game is now with the gold stuff. I think it's great. I mean, there is a lot of decks that worked, but there is a lot of crap. There's a lot of crap with gold immunity. And the promote mechanic was just get out of here with that. I'm down. I'm double down on Gwent. I love Gwent still. Everyone's worked out about it. You don't understand why. It's awesome. The changes there is awesome changes coming. I think the only thing that people are upset about is the fact that they have to wait. I really think that that's the only criticism, that they have to wait. And I think more people are concerned about the state of the game than they are about themselves. I think more people are saying, "Oh, but no one's going to be there." Well, are you saying that because you're not going to be there, or because you think that no one's going to be there? Because just worry about what makes you happy, guys. Just focus on your own happiness. I'm going to open up Gwent. We're going to play some Gwent.